Hi guys, my name is Stephanie Spicer and I'm a Lymie. I'm not a doctor or medical professional, so what I say here shouldn't be taken as medical advice. I'm just one Lymie sharing my thoughts with another. I'd like to talk a little bit today about dieting, and more specifically, whether Lyme disease can be cured with a particular diet. Short answer, in my opinion, no. I don't believe Lyme can be cured through diet or through any other type of healthy living. Eating well and living as healthy as you're able to are definitely integral to healing. But that on its own is not enough to destroy this insidious infection. Though I have heard many stories of other health issues being cured solely through diet. Lyme bacteria, as we've discussed before, are very smart and are able to survive almost anything. In general, I don't believe in any kind of extreme dieting when it comes to Lyme disease. Living with Lyme is a constant battle to just try to be normal, and heaping the burden of don't eat this, don't eat that on yourself is just not at all what you need. There are exceptions to the rule, of course. One is if you have a food allergy or food intolerance, or if you simply notice you feel much better when you avoid a certain food or group of foods. In that case, it totally makes sense to find alternatives that work better for you, even if it takes some effort. The other exception to the rule, in my opinion, is short-term specific dieting for a particular purpose. For example, a sugar fast to break a sugar addiction, or taking a course of fiber to clean out your digestive tract. These can be helpful, but in general, I try to avoid any form of extreme dieting. Remember, the goal is to get your body back to normal. A normal body should be able to tolerate normal foods without extreme reactions. When you reach that point, you'll be in much better shape to handle any drastic changes to your diet that you might like to try. One thing I've noticed through years of having Lyme and living through different diets is that basically I need all the food groups. When I don't eat enough protein, my body craves it. When I go low carb, I become as skinny as a skeleton. I certainly can't do straight fasting. It makes me terribly sick. Sometimes I need something cooked, and sometimes I need something raw. I drink coffee every morning because it makes my life better. I allow myself a little sugar, and I choose it carefully so that it's something I really enjoy and appreciate. In general, I cook and prepare my own food now that I'm well enough to do so. I buy simple, basic ingredients and try to avoid anything that's highly processed. My weakness is potato chips, and I do admit that I eat them quite a lot, especially on the days when I'm too tired to cook. And a couple of years back, I did do a specific diet for a few months. I had noticed that I had become dependent on fiber pills in order to keep my digestive system functional. But they didn't seem to be actually resolving any issues. So I completely cut simple carbs from my diet and focused mostly on proteins and vegetables. I stopped eating potato chips and only allowed myself corn tortilla chips, which I also like, just not as much. And you know what? It worked. Slowly, I was able to go back to eating things like pasta without my body freaking out. Long story short, you need to do what works for you. Don't feel pressure to follow diet trends. If you're too tired to cook, don't feel like a failure. Improve your diet where you can. We all have room to improve, but don't try to do it all at once because it will be too overwhelming. And remember, sometimes just eating something, anything, is better than eating nothing.